Welcome back to the Garbage Time podcast. Colin Wells on the mic with Aiden Alco, Chooch, my co-host, and then we talked about an announcement that we had, I think, like 4 weeks ago, and it was bringing. Oh, actually, let's say it, Cade. Welcome to the podcast as an official co-host. Finally.
Yeah, I mean, it took a couple of weeks negotiations. You didn't come to the table with enough, and we finally got to a number that I felt comfortable with. So it feels good to be here.
I just don't know if that's how it went down. Chooch, what was your perspective on all of it? All the flaking.
Yeah, we're happy to get him in the building. I was leading negotiations. We had to up the numbers, but we were able to get a club option on for season 2, so excited.
Nice. Oh yeah, too. By the way, I didn't say the pod. We're gonna make this season 2, episode 1, and the reason that we're doing
club
that
option for season 3.
Club option for the we're actually making this season 2, episode 1, strictly because Cade, you joined finally as a co-host, and I'm not gonna lie, you immediately started getting things done.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens.
You got the YouTube up and running finally. We've been waiting for that. I think we'd probably be at like 2K subscribers by now, but we'll climb the ladder. So yeah, let's get right into it. Obviously, the Super Bowl just happened. 29-13, Seattle Seahawks came out victorious after what can only be described as a dominant season. Patriots struggled. Bad Bunny, controversial halftime show for a lot of people. Let's get your thoughts on the game. Chooch, Cade, what'd you guys think?
It was, Seattle was absolutely dominant. It was a horrible game for the viewer. I think it was the least fun I've had watching a Super Bowl in my life.
What about last year?
Which is another conversation. No, this was way worse.
That's a good little top 3 thing we could do, or the worst Super Bowls. Anyway, continue, Chooch.
Last Super Bowl there was like scoring. I mean, it was one-sided, but it was exciting, and the Eagles kind of had guys that, I was rooting for in a way. Like, I hate Saquon now in a way also, but I was happy to see him get a ring. The whole Hurts dialogue was like fun because he was able to get one, and Eagles fans really were desperate for that. But this one was just like, I mean, 3/4 of nothing, pretty much. 3/4 of field goals, right? Like, there wasn't a touchdown before the fourth quarter.
Yep.
I mean, just gross offense. Incredible defense, though, especially from Seattle. They just capped off a dominant season. I think we all expected Seattle to walk away with that one. Concerned about Drake May a little bit, which I didn't think was possible. I thought by the end of the season, like, okay, this is a guy that's probably going to be in my top 6 or 8 quarterbacks, like, moving forward. But, I mean, just the playoff run in general, he had some crazy stat pads towards the end of some of these games that make his, I guess, performances not look as bad. But if you were watching, he looked uncomfortable in the pocket, which was like his biggest strong point all season long. He holds the ball for way too long behind no line that can't support that. But I don't want to keep talking about the Patriots. I should probably be talking about the Seahawks. Seahawks defense, I mean, one of the most dominant defenses I think I've ever seen. And the league, just as a landscape now, it seems like dominant defenses is kind of the trademark now. I mean, the Patriots getting to the Super Bowl is mostly off the back of their defense. Incredible playoff performances by Houston, Denver, even the Eagles all season long, who supported a lackluster offense, got them to the playoffs, couldn't really get the job done. But
Eagles last year too.
Yeah, and I just love the way that it's just a different league now compared to 5 years ago. It feels like, you know what I mean? Run game is dominant again. That's how you win football games now, especially in the playoffs. Horrible take by me. I should probably revisit that. I said I think the Patriots are going to be able to bottle up Kenneth Walker a little bit. That was the worst take ever.
Literally the opposite of that.
Yeah, that was literally the worst take ever. But yeah, I don't know. Christian Gonzalez played fantastic. That's one positive I could throw the Patriots away. Their defense was fine all night. I mean, it was bend don't break until the fourth quarter, and then at that point they were down too much. I feel like they were just throwing shit on the wall and hope it stuck, being aggressive on defense. But yeah, lackluster game.
Yeah, I mean, there's the game itself is what it is. Like, I think you can only break it down so many times. It just was like
Yep.
the Seahawks were just the better team. And I think the bigger thing is like the Patriots and Drake May. It's like anything. There's such a weird case because anything you say, there's like a flip side to it. Because you sit there and you go, well, like I'm concerned a little bit for Drake May, but then you look and he's like, well, he played 3 really good defenses. Like the Chargers were, I think, one of like the highest turnover rate teams in football in the past couple of years, period. Texans, obviously, I think had a better defense than the Seahawks. And then the Broncos in Mile High, like really good defense. But then at the same time, you're like, their schedule, they didn't really play anybody. So it like all counteracts each other. I think going into the game happened exactly how I think we probably all thought. Like the Patriots were probably a little bit propped up by their schedule, and Drake May, his defense made him look better than maybe like people really wanted to see because they were winning games. And the Seahawks, all they needed to do was just have Sam Darnold not turn the ball over. And even if he did, like I kept the biggest part to me was like, if the Seahawks were going to make it through the playoffs, I kept looking back at that game against the Rams early on in the year when he threw 4 interceptions and they had a game-winning field goal attempt, and they didn't win the game, but he threw 4 picks and they lost to one of the best teams in the league by 2. To me, it was like as long as Sam Darnold doesn't literally self-implode, this team's fine, and he game managed to perfection, and there we are. I think at the end of the day, like, the Patriots are ahead of schedule, so I don't know how concerned you can be. They don't have weapons, and yet they're still here in the Super Bowl. Like, yeah, they spent a lot of money last year, but, like, Drake May's in year 2. Their offensive line has to progress. Like, Will Campbell, this is probably the worst he'll be. So it's hard because everything you say, there's a flip side to it, whether it's good or bad for the Patriots, but I don't know. The game itself wasn't great. It was one of those that just, like, flew by, like, because there's nothing going on. And the halftime show was the halftime show.
No, the halftime show was absolutely amazing. I'm not gonna come on here and be like progressive and say I loved it, that I couldn't understand it. Like, no, I didn't love that part. I actually didn't like that part because I couldn't understand it. But the visuals, the camera angles, the actual story, like what was going on, was sick.
It was fun.
It's not Katy Perry on a random lion and then she does a fake roar into the mic. Like, I don't find that cool just because she's, speaking our language. No, this was cool when he's going through and he grabs the icy and he gives the Grammy to what is presumably younger Bad Bunny. I
actually thought he sounded bad. Like, I don't know what he was saying, but my only thought wasn't that, like, what is he saying? My only thought was legit was like, he doesn't sound good.
I don't think he has the best like singing voice in the world.
Yeah.
But I mean, I also don't think that's why he's popular. I think it's
Yeah.
just like the groove of it.
Yeah, I don't really
thought the
know.
set looked sick though. I like the vibes. I had fun with it. More fun than a lot of halftime shows that I've seen, which I guess is like a hot take, but I didn't care for a lot of the ones in recent memory. I like Kendrick's last year, but I'm a huge Kendrick fan. Like I didn't care for the Usher brigade that they rolled out like 3 times in the last 10 years. Like I was good off that. The Eminem and Mary J. Blige, like they did it twice. And Dr. Dre, I'm good.
I thought the Weeknd's the COVID year was pretty cool when he was like running through the maze.
That was sick.
If there's an actual crowd there, I thought that would have been really cool.
Yeah, I don't even remember that one. But then again, when you got Snoop Dogg, like whatever last year, and he's hitting and everyone's getting excited for it, I'm like, dog, it's not cool. It's in Fortnite. I've seen that. Okay, so he's like doing that move for the bajillion time. When it comes to the actual game, go, Cade.
I'm Snoop Dogged out, dude. He's at the Olympics again. I really don't care. Like people are throwing him down our throat.
Wasn't he on the yacht for the last Olympics?
Probably.
Like with LeBron holding the flag.
Yeah, I think he was. And he's like at skateboard events. Like, I don't know.
There was this video of Kim Kardashian, and I don't think it was at the Super Bowl, but it came out around that time. And she was like, "Oh my God, I just got an Instagram DM from Snoop. Let me see what this is." It's a video of Snoop. So he like actually took a video of himself, and he's like, "Hey, like I'm pulling up to your party. Like I don't want to be disrespectful. Is it cool if I smoke?" And she was like, "That's why he's one of the most courteous and greatest celebrities on earth." Like she was just glazing him for that, and I'm like, like, what are we doing? And it's fun. I like Snoop, but I'm Snoop Dogged out. Are you guys Drewski'd out?
No.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
No, but the thing that he did with Jackson win the award was really corny. But
Yeah,
at the
wait.
same time, I don't think people understand that like that's his job, and why did they send a comedian up to give an award out?
So that was a bit. He actually didn't. He actually does know his name.
I
or
don't think
no?
he knows.
Okay, the last part was clearly a bit. like you don't get that. There's 3 consonants before you get to the I, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was probably a bit, but I still don't think he would have pronounced it right. I don't know. He's always, maybe that would have been part of the bit too. I don't know.
I'm not Drewski'd out though, because I don't think we see him enough. Like we see him in like random commercials, but like commercials aren't enough for me. Although actually I lied because I am Manning'd out. The Mannings have no personality. They never have had personalities their entire life, and now all of a sudden they're the face of every single product and brand of all time. It makes no sense to me. Anyway, that's a tricky rabbit hole.
I love the Mannings too.
Drewski, like the public stuff. Okay, the commercials are like whatever. I don't know why that would make anyone really mad. That corny shit with the award pissed me off, but I still think he's hilarious. Like all of his skits are still hilarious to me.
Yeah.
I think he's funny. I don't love him when it came to all like the Kai Cenat streaming and all that. Like I didn't think he was funny in those sleepover streams. Not that I'm sitting there watching them, but in all the clips, like they're like Kevin Hart, Kai Cenat, Drewski, they're legendary. I'm like, no, I don't think they're funny at all.
Kind of funny, dude. When he was like ripping ass and stuff. I thought
That was funny. Okay, yeah. All right. Actually, yeah. I don't know. He pulled a prank or something, and I was just like, everyone. Like I could just imagine someone actually sitting there, like, oh my god, Drewski. That's sick.
Well, dude, that's just the incels problem. Then, if you have like there are people that are like that, but that's their problem. Like
Yeah.
I can just watch the clip and laugh and move on, where they are like obsessed with it.
Yeah, no. So I don't know if I'm Drewski'd out. One of our boys brought it up on PlayStation last night. That's why I brought it up. We strayed away from it when it came to the actual game for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, wow. I guess
I
you
didn't
did.
even-
Quite a sidebar, yeah.
I didn't even say anything about it. I want to shout out the Patriots defense because I don't care how many points get put up. There comes a certain point where if your offense doesn't show up until the fourth quarter, you get tired. And I'm not even talking tired in the sense of like you're huffing and puff. I'm talking about tired in the like mentally.
Yeah.
You're like, how many stops are we going to get? How many amazing plays are we going to make? Shutting down JSN. I know he had a little bit of an injury, but just putting the Seahawks offense in bad positions, and the offense just couldn't come up with anything. That's my only real note. Like Cade said, there's not much more to digest just because and break down because everyone's already talked about it. Halftime show I liked. Devin Booker and who's he dating? Is it Kendall?
Kendall,
and they put that bet on the game. Any thoughts
Wait, they're
about
still
that?
dating?
Well, yeah, they did the whole thing where he was like, "Come rub my ankle" in a Instagram.
dude,
I
I'm
missed that.
Okay. I hate. Okay, this is gonna turn to stuff me hating the entire time, but I'm over like the whole fake. I guess it's genius, but like the whole fake marketing stuff. Like Brady just did it with Logan Paul for that Dubai thing. It's genius, I guess so. But anyway, whatever.
That interview made me lose brain cells. They're talking about what that? Are you talking about the flag football game?
Yes, when Logan was like, "I'm another tier of athlete," and Tom Brady's like, "Like you're not." He's like,
Well,
I won 7 Super Bowls or whatever it was. You ran for 1,200 yards in high school football.
That was
This is
lame,
like the
too.
Alex Earl conversation. Logan Paul is just Alex Earl.
Yeah. And here I am saying I'm so sick of companies and brands doing this, and yet here we are talking about it. So it works, and it's genius, so never mind.
No, it works because I mean we have to. We have to tell the public about this. Tom Brady, that was lame too. When he's like, "Yeah, I won 7 Super Bowls. We're not talking about that." It's like, dude, everyone talks about that. That's lame.
Yeah, that's true. But he's
No.
I mean, what'd you want him to say in that moment, though?
No, but
Dude,
it wasn't.
Logan
it
Paul
wasn't-
is bragging about him being a
No,
different
he-
athlete because of his high
He
school
was not.
accomplishments.
He was not.
Yes, he was, dude. He said he was another tier above. He goes, and Tom Brady said, "You're not the level
No.
of athlete as Saquon Barkley." He goes, "I ran 1,200 yards and was a state
Yeah,
champion
but I
in
didn't
high
see it
school."
as bragging.
And
I
Tom Brady
saw
said,
it-
"Okay, I won 7 Super Bowls." When you've won 7 Super Bowls, you can say it however much you want, especially when a guy like Logan Paul is trying to step to you talking about high school accomplishments.
I saw it as justification for just Logan Paul wanting to be, and I'm not trying to defend. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm just saying when I saw the clip, it's like Brady was like Brady first of all knows nothing about Logan Paul athletically, so I don't even want to hear about that.
There's
and
nothing to know.
He is pretty athletic for what he does.
Okay, but he's not a
He also said he's a
Super Bowl
great
champion.
athlete. He also said he's a great athlete, which in the scope of humanity, yes, he is a great athlete. Like he is compared to the general consensus. That's what they were talking about.
Dude, he basically put himself on the same level as Saquon Barkley. He goes, "Are you guys jumping off ropes, doing backflips?"
Yeah, that was stupid. That was stupid. I'm just saying when he said that Logan Paul said I'm a great athlete and Tom Brady was like you're a good athlete. No, in the grand scope of the population, Logan Paul is a great athlete.
Okay, so am I.
No, you're not.
In the grand
You are
scope
not
of all 9 billion people on this planet,
No.
I would say I'm in the upper half.
You are not a great athlete.
You
Logan
don't think
Paul
I'm
has
in the
done stuff.
top
Logan Paul's high
50%
school
of that?
career that he just flexed on Tom Brady. If he flexed that on you, you wouldn't have a comeback. You wouldn't have the 7 Super Bowl thing. So yeah, he is a great athlete.
I hit the game-winning shot in my rec game last night.
Where's the video? Like Will.
Check the score. Check the scoreboard.
Okay, you could have won by 3. It doesn't mean you hit the game winner.
No, we won by
I bet
1.
my boy J Naz hit that.
J Naz is down in Tampa. Tampa, J Naz, Tampa T, that fat meatball.
What are you? All right, you know what? We're straying far off. I didn't even want to defend Logan Paul. I just thought that clip was corny because you're right. When you do have 7 Super Bowls, you can bring it up a lot. But maybe I'm getting Tom Brady fatigue. Maybe it's happening.
Did you have a take on him saying he has no allegiance in the Super Bowl or no?
Oh yeah, that was lame too. That was so lame. He's
I
like, I'm
love
on the
it.
bigger.
I think that's the coolest shit ever.
No, it's like, yeah, he could say, yeah, that's in the past when it comes to that, but you should still give a go Pats. Like, I don't care. It doesn't matter where you are in life. If the Raiders were in it, yeah, you could say, no, I'm with the Raiders now. That would be tough. Because he said, I'm a part owner in the Raiders. This is my current stake in life. The Raiders are in Cancun, pal. So if you have literally no one to root for, the Buccaneers aren't in it either. So if you wanted to go that route, you could, but there's
I'm just
one.
saying, though, like the way it went out with him and Belichick and Robert Epstein Kraft, like you wouldn't feel some type of way about that. Like he's just being extremely petty, and I love when people are extremely petty. Also, the coach, the head coach now, I guess, of the team that he is an owner for, was coaching the Seahawks.
Yeah.
He should be rooting for that guy. Now he is the
Also-
Super Bowl champion head coach.
Another spin zone. The head coach of the Patriots was the head coach of the team that knocked him out in his last game as a Patriot
True shit.
Interesting.
Also a former teammate, but
and a former teammate. And
I
we
still
don't know
think
him
it's
on
lame.
that locker room, Wells.
correct.
You don't know either.
But we don't know if it was good or bad.
I'm just saying, it's like the Patriots gave you an opportunity frickin' 22 years ago, however long it was ago. I would be indebted to them whether or not I went out bad.
I loved it just because like Patriot fans were annoyed by it.
That part is true. Patriots fans and Boston fans in general are some of the most annoying. So it's cool to see him kind of disown them in a way. But when it came to the overall, I always put myself in people's shoes. That's what I do to determine whether or not I'm annoyed by it. So I would have been like, go Patriots. But I also don't hate him not being behind them. I'm fine with it.
I don't know if you guys wanted to speak about like the Super Bowls conversation that I was starting to have about how I hated this one, but another conversation I wanted to have. Shout out to Sam Darnold. Love that guy. No, Cade's a big fan of Sam Darnold. Probably nobody was as big of a fan for as long of Sam Darnold as Cade. But I do got to say,
Glaze.
like, he would have never done that with the Vikings. Nonetheless, do you think there's another Sam Darnold out there? Like, who's going to be the next Sam Darnold that switches teams, benefits from that, benefits from the situation, new coach, new atmosphere? You guys think there's a guy out there right now that might be like that?
That's a good question. I saw somebody pose this the other day, and I have one that I completely disagree on. People were saying Will Levis. Dude,
That's disgusting.
Will Levis, like, he's just one of those guys where I'm going to permanently have a bias towards because of my thoughts on him coming out of college. But, like, the dude is not a a good enough passer. Sam Darnold coming out was like viewed as one of the better passers in like the past couple of drafts that like he was coming out of. Like he was a polished passer coming out. He was just a gunslinger and has turnover issues. Like Will Levis is not a passer even close to what Sam Darnold was. And he turns the ball over a bunch. And he has like that. Josh Allen still has that bad part of his brain where he just makes the stupidest play ever. That's like 85% of Will Levis's brain. And it's like it's not Will Levis. But to answer your question, I don't know. Like maybe like Anthony Richardson's almost like one in the same, but he's just like a freak athlete. So like if somebody can get a hold of him and mold him, I don't know. I'll think on it. Wells, what do you think?
I have an answer just because we saw him a lot this year, and I thought it was really interesting what we saw. I don't know if he can replicate what Sam Darnold did when it came to winning a Super Bowl, but then again, a couple years ago, people would have been like, Sam Darnold, Super Bowl winner, what? Mac Jones intrigues me just because, I mean, he was put into a great system this year, and I thought he looked good. And I think it's a similar situation where if you put him in a really good team or put him on a really good team, good defense, a couple weapons here or there, I think a team could go pretty far with him. And not that he's proven anything since his rookie year. He had a good rookie year, but I also think, I'm not going to say he didn't get a chance because, he was drafted 21, then Drake May 24. So, like, he got a chance in the NFL. He had 3 years as a starter with the Patriots, and he didn't look good the last two. But from what I've seen of him this year, I think if you put him in a Sam Darnold situation, I think he'd be very serviceable. Like, gave him the best defense in the league that allowed 16 points a game, offensive player of the year, effective tight ends, good run game, good wide receiver too. Like, I think he could do what Sam Darnold did maybe.
Yeah, that's honestly probably the best answer. At what point do quarterbacks that like are struggling realize that they should probably just go to like LA, San Fran, or Minnesota and just sit for a year or two?
Yeah, I think Minnesota lost a little bit of that credibility this season, unfortunately.
I mean, Daniel Jones, though.
No, yeah, I know. And I wish they were able to hold on to him and Sam for what it's worth. But I think answering that question, I think I've given it quite a bit of thought being on a team or being a fan of a team. I'm not on the team. I act like I am sometimes. But being a fan of a team like the Vikings, who are always in this conversation. You brought up Mac Jones. Yeah, there's also a shit ton of buzz about Mac Jones and the Vikings and has been ever since our season ended. But I think for guys, and you have to minimize the conversation to just like guys, I'm minimizing it completely, guys that need a fresh start, could go somewhere else and be better. So it's not like this Sam Darnold route where he looked horrible for the first couple of years and developed into this really strong quarterback. I think two guys just based on situation and reality, like most realistic options. One, Kyler Murray, just because, I mean, it doesn't seem like he's playing in Arizona next year. Who knows? But he's obviously also super talented, super flawed. Doesn't really throw over the middle of the field. But we've seen Kyler Murray have really, really high highs in the league already. Another guy, Dak, just because the offense is so good in Dallas, but if it doesn't start translating to playoff berths, Jerry's doing the fire sale thing. They're stacking picks. I could see them moving off of Dak, not this offseason, but maybe the next one if they have a horrible year. And then the next two options being way more unrealistic in my opinion, but guys that I think are not benefiting from the scenarios that they're in at all and should probably consider going somewhere else that might be able to help their needs a little bit. Burrow and Herbert, I think at some point there's got to be conversations on moving these guys. Herbert not as far along. I mean, he just finished third or fourth in MVP or third. I don't know, something like that. But, I mean, how long is he going to stay there, get killed behind his O-line that has good players that never play? And Burrow, I mean, there's already buzz about him potentially getting moved. And obviously he never has a defense or a line, and that's got to get frustrating at some point, and he's never on the field because of that.
I'm like one of the biggest Herbert fans you'll find. I agree, maybe he does need a change of scenery, but he also needs to perform.
He needs to elevate.
Like I know you're not saying that, but I know like Burrow has already shown me enough to be like, okay, like it's not him. Like sure, some games they might lose because he throws a pick or two, or he doesn't play nowadays. But but Herbert might need to see a little more not just the scenery for me.
Herbert's tough because he definitely does have accuracy issues that Burrow like doesn't have, but like you're also watching like Joe Burrow with one top 5 receiver, possibly 2 of them being in the top 15 with T, and like who does Justin Herbert have?
Johnson, bro.
QJ?
Yeah, lad.
Lad. No, Lad had
I
a...
really like Ladd still. I think Ladd was also, I mean, especially in that last game, the tape cut-ups, Herbert was just bad in that last game that they played. And Ladd was open a lot. I still think Ladd's open a lot. I don't think they have the best chemistry, and I think Ladd's a really good separator. I don't know. I don't know why it's not working better for them. I mean, it did early on in Ladd's career. But
I like that question, though, Chooch. Got me thinking.
Yeah, it makes you think why the host can't think
clearly,
of
I was
something
thinking
like that.
about it a lot. So
I'm not just the host, dude. I'm like a Swiss Army knife. Yeah, commentator. I could be.
shut up, you Johnny Utah termite.
Not talking you two. I could be your man's. Not you two.
Whoa.
Just in general,
That's crazy.
to any women who are listening.
All right, next topic.
It's Valentine's Day soon. Okay, next topic. We could do some Olympics talk. I kind of prefaced beforehand. I don't watch these Olympics, like I do in passing. And what's that? I don't want to be disrespectful on here. I'll say her last name, Vaughn. Right?
Lindsey Vaughn.
She just destroyed everything in her leg. Shout out, prayers to her. But besides that, I haven't really seen much. I watched some curling. What is going on?
Curling was kind of electric. I was
No.
watching it too. Dude, the gold medal match was kind of electric.
It's just never electric, man.
No, dude, it came. I forget who won. Sweden, maybe somebody. They literally won on the last shot.
Yeah, but it just, for me watching it, it's like those guys scrubbing. I'm not into it. Like, I love shuffleboard, which is
All
weird.
right.
Yeah, it's put me off.
I had a couple takes so far. First off, the Lindsey Vaughn thing. Someone has just got to say it. Like, we appreciate her greatness. That was selfish. She's 42 years old. She tore her ACL coming into the, give up the spot. And I know people say, that's not why she fell. She hit the flag midair, whatever it is. She took a turn a certain way, probably because of a little instability in her leg or knee or uncertainty, and that's probably why she hit the flag. You're 42 years old. You have a torn ACL. Let someone else step up and have their shot. She wasn't going to win gold, that's for sure. That's my first take. My other take today, Chloe Kim, another huge American Winter Olympian, got silver, and I think she kind of was the product of judges being a little reserved in first round scoring, because the gold medal run that this chick, woman from the Republic of Korea had, was, I didn't think, as good as Chloe Kim. So that's a little frustrating. And then yesterday, figure skating, a French couple won gold. Americans got silver. The French judge gave the French couple 8 points higher of a score than the American couple. Just something for food for some thought there.
Makes sense. I want to shout out to Lindsey Vaughn. You're right. Give it up. And somebody needs to. I can't believe that we wheeled her out. Someone needed to stop her. Don't get me wrong, but American hero, dude. Love that energy. What a dog. She just wanted to go out there and compete. She realistically, in a sport like that, you're risking potentially your life, if you had a really scary fall. And she wanted to go out there and compete anyways. Probably worse for the U.S. Definitely worse for the U.S. But I respect her passion and dedication to winning us a kids trophy at an Olympic competition. So shout out to her. That's really all I got for the Olympic stuff.
We did still win gold there. Breezy Johnson won gold in that thing.
Yeah. Do we have a medal? Do we have a score count?
It wasn't a good day today. I think all they got was a silver and a bronze maybe, but I know Norway is leading. Yeah, Norway is in first, and then Italy passed the U.S. today. They got a couple medals, so we're sitting third.
I'm never gonna sit here and say oh, poor America, but also when it comes to subjective judging, everyone hates us. So it's like I don't really get how that works. Obviously, there's
Yeah.
techniques that maybe the French couple deserved it, undoubtedly, objectively. But just when it comes to subjective judging, like people don't like us. So if it's not an American judge or I guess one of our few allies at this moment, we're not gonna get points, right?
Well, what I don't understand is I know snowboarding, I think it is, one of them, whether it's big air or all of the snowboarding judging, they take out the highest and the lowest ratings or scores or whatever it is, and then they just average out the rest of them. I feel like, why aren't you doing that for every single one of them?
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. So you're saying they take out the extremes to get like an actual.
Yeah.
Like a real
So, like in that case, the French judge for the French couple and the French judge's voting would not have counted for both the French and the American couple because it was the highest and the lowest of each end.
Interesting.
I don't know.
I
how
mean, that's a good
not
point.
standard.
That's probably the best way to get a fair result. But then again, it's like then that just takes out one. I don't really know.
We had a men's figure skater land a backflip, which was
Yeah,
pretty
that
cool, I
Elia-
guess, because
that
that's
Elia
been
guy.
banned for a while. So,
Why is it? So wait, was it banned
sick.
because of the risk?
safety, I believe.
Safety?
Yeah, but they unbanned it. They Olympics in both sports have been unbanning a bunch of stuff for safety reasons. They unbanned a bunch of gymnastics moves, I believe, too, in the Summer Olympics.
I mean, I don't really think any of that stuff should be banned. I don't know. It's like it's the Olympics. It's like if they want to take the risk of doing it. I mean, then again, though, I want the tush push banned, so maybe I'm just a loser.
Maybe you're just soft, yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'm just soft.
Did you see, speaking of Valentine's Day coming up in the Olympics, this skier, he finished third. I forget what country. You saw this? And
Yeah.
he's like 6 months ago, I met the love of my life. 3 months ago, I cheated on her.
That was
Wow.
the craziest shit ever.
Insane.
Unprovoked.
Unprovoked, too.
Do you have, like, what's your hockey preview? Like, who you got taking gold, silver, bronze, if you had to line it up?
So coming into it, I think, like as an American, you want to think U.S., but it's one of those where it's like you can't choose the U.S. until they beat Canada. So I guess Canada will take gold. But here's the tough thing that I don't think a lot of people realize, unless like you are super focused on the bracket. The first and second seeds coming out of group play are slate to play each other in the semifinals. So if the U.S. and Canada both go undefeated in their group and have have great differentials, they're going to play each other in the semifinals, which kind of sucks. And that's what happened in 20. That's kind of it happened in 2014 too. It didn't happen in 2010 because the U.S. beat Canada in the group stage. That's why they played in the gold medal round. But yeah, I mean, Canada looked pretty good. Czechia is good, so the struggle with them in a little bit of that game made sense. But they dominated the flow of the game. The U.S. I think it was 1-1 after one. That game could have been 6-1 after the first period. They had 2 goals called back. They hit the post twice. Another one that just literally went through an open goal mouth. It could have been 6-1 after the first period. They dominated Latvia as they should. So I think both Canada and U.S. are going to breeze through the group stage. So I guess they'll play each other in the semis. And until U.S. proves that they can beat Canada, I'll go Canada winning the gold. The interesting part to me, this might be boring, but Finland and Sweden were kind of like the ones battling for the third, and Finland got upset 4-1 by Slovakia yesterday, and Sweden was in a battle with Italy. And if Italy wasn't the host country, they probably wouldn't even be in this tournament. So that was kind of interesting. Tomorrow they play each other, and if Finland loses that, then that gets super interesting because then Finland's probably playing U.S. or Canada in the second round. So I don't know because the top 4 seeds get a bye anyway, but Finland would be a lower seed playing a higher seed when Finland's arguably maybe the third best team in the tournament.
So that would low-key be bad news for Team USA.
Yeah, kinda. You basically want Finland to win tomorrow because you don't want Finland being on the lower part of the bracket.
So could Italy still make the semis?
Yeah, so another thing I don't like is it's not like World Cup knockout, group stage, and every team from the group stage moves on. It's just what this matters for is seeding, which I thought would have been pretty cool because Slovakia beating Finland yesterday is cool, but at the same time it doesn't mean anything really because Finland can still win a gold. even if they don't make it out of the group stage. So I think it would be kind of cool if we only had group stage. You can get eliminated in group stage. But Italy, like, I don't know. Like, it was a really good battle yesterday, but they're both their goals. The first goal was just a misplay by the goalie, and then the second goal was kind of a sleeper. So I'd be surprised if they pick up a win. Honestly, they're going to lose to Finland.
Sick.
They're going to lose to Finland, and they're going to lose to Slovakia. So it'll be between them and France to who gets the 12th seed, but we'll see. Maybe they can sneak something out. But I think just the fact that they were in that game against Sweden yesterday is like a win for them.
Definitely.
But, let's go.
Yeah,
I love it.
The U.S. again, they look good. Canada look good. I don't know. We'll see.
No, fair enough. Adam Grunt wants to come on and talk about the NHL. Just to let Chooch know, Kate, our boy, he just shout out to him. He just moved to Chicago.
Oh yeah.
Work for the White Sox. W Mans. Anything else about the Olympics? I think we covered it a lot. Decent bit.
Yeah. I don't think I have anything left in the bag.
All right. Well, if we've got nothing left with that, we did the NFL. Obviously, NFL season's over. Super Bowl. We did the Olympics. Chooch, you wanted to talk about something.
Yeah. So obviously, get our weekly dose of NBA in. I was wondering. We talked trade deadline deals last week, but in this post-deadline world, now until April, or really, I mean, through the finals, I want to know who you guys got on notice. Hot seats, players that need to step up, executives, coaches, players that after the deadline are put in situations where it's time to really prove yourself and perform, to show me that you could lead a franchise, or to show me that you could host a superstar, or to show me that you should stay on staff with this team.
How about a guy who could lead a league?
Yeah,
Can we talk about that?
Absolutely.
Adam Silver, if you're listening, you're probably not. You are on notice right now just because of these teams tanking. It is absolutely ridiculous that, and I'll say this too, the other night, Magic, Utah Jazz going at it. The Jazz, they end up winning, the first three quarters pretty comfortably. They're up by 15, 17 going into the fourth. Jaren Jackson Jr. playing awesome, 23 points in his debut. And he sits almost the entire fourth quarter after hitting one of the toughest threes I've seen this season.
A lot of they sat like all their good players.
Yeah, they sat all their good players. Keontae was in and out. I was watching the game. But Jaren Jackson Jr. was hitting.
Marketing got no PT in the fourth.
Markkanen got no PT. And I understand that this is one of the best draft classes that we've ever seen, because you have the top five, and then even after that, it's very deep. But you really have to find a way for these guys to stop tanking. And so deliberately. I get that some teams just aren't good enough to win. That happens. I understand that. And sometimes you would rather sit a veteran, take it, I don't know who to even think of. Like, let's say Houston was bad and they wanted to sit a guy like DFS. Like, sure, DFS would probably help you win, but you want to develop the younger guys. But you aren't developing the younger guys because you're sitting all of them. Teams like Utah, even Washington. I don't think Washington's good enough to win right now, but they're sitting guys that should be playing. It doesn't make any sense to me. And yeah, I think they got to do something with the draft lottery. I don't know exactly what it was. One of the proposals, I was listening to Zach Lowe. I want to hear your guys' thoughts about this. So at a certain point in the season, whether it be the All-Star break, maybe after 55 games, teams get awarded in the draft lottery for winning. What do you think about that? Like the last 20 games of the season, right? So obviously you have to be bad for a certain period of time to be kind of like in that lottery consideration. But then from that point on, maybe the last 15, 20, 25 games, every game you win is kind of like a bump up in your lottery odds.
I understand it. Here's the thing, right? Like, teams are going to manipulate that, though. Like, as soon as you put that in, teams are going to intentionally lose for 50 games, and then they're going to try to win for the last 30. Like, there's going to be ways around it. Here's the thing. If the draft lottery itself, isn't enough for these teams to stop tanking, because that's literally all it's meant for, then there needs to be more drastic changes than that, I think. The more radical proposals are to reverse it and have the teams that win championships pick first. That's a little too much for me. But I think the other proposal where draft picks are determined like 4 years in advance, like I think that's where it's going to head. And I think that's a good idea. It completely gets. I mean, the NBA is unwatchable for the last.
It's brutal.
Like 30 games of the season. If you go look at the standings right now, there's 10 teams like actively trying to lose. A third of the league is trying to lose, which means like 2/3 of every game are fucking pointless. Like these teams are trying to lose, and you get teams at the top of conferences that are battling every single game, and it just leads to these massive blowouts. And I don't know. You can't have a third of the league tanking. The Bulls are in the play-in, like a couple games out of being a 6 seed. I think they're like 4 games out of being a 6 seed, and they traded all of their assets at the deadline and now are trying to tank. Like it's ridiculous.
You saw a lot. Like I think the most egregious one of it, and we'll see it really bad this year. But I think the difference is these are all just bad teams that are fighting to tank. The Mavericks last year made it. They basically told the world that like we want the draft lottery, and they got it. Now whether it was rigged or not is a whole other thing. But like they were like sitting players late. They weren't like it was ridiculous what they were doing. But I think to answer the question of fix, I don't know what the numbers would look like, but is there? If you could get away to where the like odds were kind of adjusted to your strength of wins and strength of losses, like do you think that would work?
I think it's definitely interesting.
So you're saying
that's better than the idea.
So I'm saying like a team that has like in the NFL or opposite of the NFL. So in the NFL, if you have 2 games and your strength of schedule is weaker than the other team that you're tied with, then you would get the first overall pick because you're really bad. But I think what if it's a way where it's like your strength of schedule is based on like harder opponents? I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Like I'm basically trying to say where it's like
I'm with you. Like if the Jazz beat the Thunder,
trying to get away to these teams to try.
Mm-hmm.
And not just losing in your okay, we're fine, like we're losing, but like if you're like I don't know, like I mean, well, it was kind of coming off of your point to where like if you're beating the teams around you in the lottery, that should benefit you.
And what do you think? So were you considering this maybe could build off of that? Like if the Jazz played the Rockets tough and the Thunder tough and they played the Nuggets tough, that should help them in the lottery? Just because they're playing these tougher teams and they might have gotten 2 wins on OKC, which is impressive considering they're way worse. Yes,
like I think that if there was a way to be able to find like the number of like our differential versus teams in the top in the playoffs and like put that into some formula combined with like your performance against other bad teams, like if you're performing well against good teams and you're beating the bad teams, then you're probably a playoff team. But if you're not and you're in the lottery, then like that would benefit you rather than just getting blown out and losing to the other teams in the lottery.
I like that. I think that might be my favorite.
How that would work though.
I think that would.
I think that's a good idea. I think another thing that needs to be modified is pick protections, because, or maybe just the ability to trade picks, like stop letting teams trade picks so far out also. But like the Pacers don't own a lot of their future picks, but they have one this year. So they came into this season knowing that they were going to tank. And they have been all season long. They've been like ghost sitting players since literally game 5 of the season. But okay, beyond that, now they're like, okay, we're going to trade this pick to the Clippers, but we only want it if it's top 4. You could have it if it's between 5 and 9.
Yeah.
So now they're super turbo tanking. Like they gotta, like, protection should be top 3 or top 5 and then top 15 and then nothing else. Or just get rid of them. Maybe get rid of pick protections, because as anything good came from pick protections.
Yeah, that's a good point. Or maybe like do it where you can only maybe give out a pick protection in advance. Like you can't do it going into the within the year that you're trading.
Trade deadline is ridiculous.
That should not be allowed.
Yeah. I'm with you. I didn't mean to. I mean, this is good conversation. I didn't mean to sway the topic. So who's on the hot seat? I wouldn't even say he's on the hot seat, or I would say he's on notice. Adam Silver, you responded really well to COVID. The bubble was awesome. You made the best out of a bad situation. I think he's a very well-spoken guy. I think he's awesome. I know some people have different opinions. But you're on notice because this is ridiculous. And it's not even your fault, but then again, it is under your league's rules, so it is kind of your fault. So figure it out.
Fix fucking All-Star Weekend, too. Because
figure out
nothing. Even the dunk contest, even the fucking performers that they're getting are horrible. Like,
figure out a way.
Performance, at least.
I'm sorry that there's no reason the All-Star game should be this awful and this is becoming the Pro Bowl. And the All-Star game used to legitimately be something that everyone would look forward to. So you just got to figure out a way. Cade, you got anybody on notice?
Yeah. I got a team, and then I kind of got a team / executive. My team is the Timberwolves. Like, this is obviously with the Thunder, it's hard to say that anyone is like a favorite in the West. But I mean, been to a Western Conference Finals. They're battling in the West, and they're almost in the play-in right now. To be exact, they're only like 2.5 games up from being in the play-in. So they have to wake up. I think that the Don Sumu trade helps them because their guard play outside of Ant was not great. So that definitely helps them. The other team is, I think I might be stealing a little bit of thunder here from you, Chooch, so I can segue you into it if you want. But the Cavs, Altman, their GM, I don't know his name. Something's not working here, and the trade for Harden is really scary because it's what every other team has looked for was the same exact thought process, and it hasn't worked for those other teams. So you need it to work, and this is definitely the year to make a run. Obviously, the Celtics are playing way better than anybody thought. The Pistons, I still don't trust to be like a finals contender. Is that crazy to say? I don't know. But this is the year, and this Harden thing, it's blown up in other teams' faces. It might blow up in theirs. Chooch, I think you had something to say on it.
They've looked good. Really quick, just to interject. They've looked good since Harden's gotten there. Which, you're right, they still have to prove it. But 3-0, just beat the Nuggets on a Harden step-back three, and then Donovan Mitchell free throws to ice it. This is kind of what I saw. But you're right.
I mean, everyone sees this with James Harden, regular season teams, though. Like, this is not what it's about. Like, you made that deal. You got to make, like, a serious run. Like, you got to ECF, like, you got to, because what are you going to do? Not extend James Harden now? You just gave up a 26-year-old all-star, and now you're just going to let James Harden be I think he's on contract next year too, so like a 1.5-year rental and not do anything with that. I completely agree. And Cavs front office, they drafted well, and the Mitchell trade was obviously good. Outside of those decisions, feels like they've made a lot of bad ones, but they found a lot of like filler talent with like Craig Porter Jr. and Sam Merrill and like a bunch of like low-end guys that ended up coming to their bench and could really perform. But the Hunter move was a disaster. I mean, they got off of him. But, yeah, I don't know. I think they're definitely on hot seats in Cleveland if this doesn't work out.
Well, it's tough for them, too, because, again, like I said, like look at this year. There's no one you have to run through in the East. Like, in past years, you were like, oh, it's the 64-win Cavs or it's the defending champion Celtics. Like, it's Jason – like, as big of a Knicks fan as I am, like, I don't know if I'm afraid of the Knicks in an Eastern Conference finals matchup. The Celtics without Tatum, they're capped no matter how good they look. The Pistons are like inexperienced, although they're playing really, really well and really well together. But like they're not running away with it. This is the year, and then look next year. Tatum's back on that Celtics team. It's another year of development for the Pistons. Giannis is floating around. Giannis, who knows what team he ends up on next year? It could very well, like, could it be the Knicks? I don't know. And then, like, that's a whole nother thing. To me, it's this year. And then it's another year of Harden. It's another year of your Harden's frustrations. It's another year of frustrations as a whole for that Cavs team. I think it's this year.
Yeah, no, you were being generous, Chooch, when you said ECF. This team is not, for like you said, too, and I've defended the James Harden trade, this is a finals run trade. Yeah. This is finals or bust. This year specifically, just because Halliburton's out, Tatum's out. Cade just said all that. So you were being a little generous because I don't care if they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals and lose in 6. I won't be impressed. This is the year that you got to do it. James Harden, yeah, we've said it for the past however many years. I also think James Harden gets a little bit too much shit. I think he's when it comes to playoffs, game sevens, he's not great. I think he got handed a couple bad hands when it came to his Rockets years. Chris Paul getting hurt, his team missing a record, the record for the most 3-pointers missed in a playoff game, whatever. But you're completely right. He just hasn't shown up when it mattered all the time. So
Yeah, and I'm not even considering the Rockets years when I talk about Harden's
okay, recent,
woes.
yeah,
That doesn't even come to mind. You nowadays, since the Sixers, though, Sixers, Clippers, and we'll see how it goes with Cavs, or I guess Nets.
Yeah, but he barely played.
You got to win a series in 5 games. He's not showing up for the last 2. That's true. That's the truth of the matter. I mean, I already went through this. He's had less than 10 points in, I think, 3 Game 7s now. That can't happen.
Can't happen.
But anyways, that Timberwolves thing that Cade said, I didn't comment on that. Timberwolves just need to be more steady. They rise to the occasion when they're playing the Spurs and the Nuggets. They play them super hard, and then they're in dogfights with the Jazz on a Tuesday night. I don't understand. I don't know. They got to unlock it because I completely buy into teams that play up and down a competition. I don't think that's a good sign. I think at some point you either need to step up and decide you're a serious team and we're going to win these games that we should, because all that matters once you come down to the end of the season. Every single game matters. Every seed matters. Having a home playoff game series matters. And I really think the Wolves have no business not getting a home playoff series. I think they're a better team than the Rockets. I think they have way more impressive performances this season than the Rockets, but they don't have as many wins. So
some nights they take lazy shots is the best way to put it. I've watched
Edwards does that a lot.
I've watched a decent bit of but he's good enough to do that. You know what I mean? It's we see stars do that all the time. The rest of the team isn't. I don't care who else it is. Julius Randle, you're not good enough to take lazy shots. And he's gotten so much of my criticism over the years. I've watched a lot of them on League Pass. Sometimes you're right, they're playing the Spurs and they look awesome. Sometimes they're just lazy, and I get it back-to-backs. I give them grace, but sometimes they'll have a 2-day break and they'll come out just looking lazy. And I'm like, how do you do that? Gobert, I will say Gobert usually doesn't look lazy. He just can't do anything usually on offense. That's it. He doesn't. He's been hustling all year. Shout out.
Regular season, yeah. He just is who he is. Regular season, he's gonna play good defense.
Yeah,
he's not gonna score a lot. He's gonna grab a shit ton of rebounds. Then the playoffs come, and he's a non-factor.
Yep. Unless did he make that shot in the playoffs last year? Was that when he made it? Remember the fadeaway?
That fader on
Jokic? Was that in the
nuts.
playoffs? Yeah,
I think it was 2 years ago. I don't know.
Whatever. Either way, that's good. Do you have any other teams on notice, Chooch?
Yeah, I have a couple names down. Jamal Mosley is the first one to start with. I'm not going to go into depth with him because I don't really know if it needs to be that big of a conversation. But, I mean, the Magic are just too talented to end up with a play-in berth, and they're very close to that, and they have a lot of embarrassing losses this year. The Bucks one was real bad. You spoke on that a little bit. But, yeah, I mean, with that much talent, if they're a play-in team or they don't compete in a playoff series, I don't know how he comes back. Darius Garland, I mean, you're never on the court. Everyone knows how talented you are, but the Clippers, they bought in on you and they gave up a really valuable asset when they were starting to really stack some games together. So next few years for Garland, I think, are going to be really pivotal for the rest of his career. Tyronn Lue, if Tyronn Lue and the Clippers don't make the playoffs, not the play-in, if they don't make the playoffs and continue to stay hot with this new direction that they're going with Garland and Mathurin, and I mean, is Leonard going to be back there next year if they have a bad playoff performance? Maybe not. So I'm imagining they'll just want to go in a different direction. I think if they don't make the playoffs, he's probably fired. But the two more that I really want to talk about, Daryl Morey and Nick Nurse, more so Daryl Morey. This Sixers team needed depth so bad at the deadline. It was so obvious. You sold Jared McCain and you didn't bring anybody else back, which was a disgusting move. Jared McCain looks great with the Thunder. They're also happy to have him. And we're playing Marjon Beauchamp for 25 minutes against the Trailblazers. Kyle Lowry's playing real minutes, and this is a team that Morey said he felt was extremely deep at the deadline. So just not really seeing the vision. Sixers are not going to win a playoff series. I'd be pretty confident to say that right now. So it's pretty troubling. Embiid missed the last 2 games, and you got boat raced in both of them. And they're really nothing without him. They're a horrible team when he's not on the floor. Tyrese Maxey's a small guard. Like, he, as good as he is as a scorer, one of the best in the league, there's only so much he could do to take over a game and handle a team. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think Daryl Morey has ever had a hotter seat than he has right now. And the last team I want to talk about is the Bucks. Kate was just noting, who knows where he's going to be next year. Maybe New York. I always felt like it was going to be New York. But you have 30 more games. Doc Rivers said they have no plans on shutting Giannis down. You're a couple games out of the plan right now. You get 30 games. You got a good win last night. If you roll right now and you get in the playoffs, I feel like Giannis and Jokic are the 2 players, like even more than Shea, that if you have them in a playoff series, like you could win any series. So if you get in this year and you make a little run, which I don't see why that's not possible. I'm taking Giannis to beat any play-in team if they're in the play-in tournament. I guarantee you that they'll get a spot. So you get a 30-game sample size here, man. Maybe you can impress him, keep him in town. Now he's acting like he wants to be in town. God only knows. But 30 games in the next season, if they're bad again, I guarantee you he's going to want out again. So I think the Bucks are on notice. And, yeah, that's really all I got.
The thing with the Bucks is, like, I know it's if you were to get out, it's a terrible look, but I don't think there's any reason for Giannis or the Bucks for Giannis to play the rest of the season, because Giannis has that extension that he's eligible for, and if he gets hurt, like, you're still probably giving it to him, but even then, and then the Bucks, like, you got to trade him. There's nothing there. I think Doc's probably gone at the end of the year regardless. I think there's not with Giannis on your team. I think there's always maybe a little bit of a window, but I don't love that the rest of the team around him. I think it's time to just retool. Again, like you said, so many teams are up for that final spot. The Mavs just won the lottery at 11 or 12 last year, wherever it was. I don't think there's any reason for Giannis to come back. That's my only thing, just for the future of both the Bucks and Giannis. But I guess you're also viewing it differently. You think that there's a relationship there that can still be had. I'm coming at it where a point of, like, it's done.
As the franchise, like, I don't know why they're still holding on to him, because I don't think that they have a roster in place that could support him. Like, top 3 player in the world, I don't think that they're anywhere near a roster that could support him to win a championship. So I think selling while he's this valuable is the best option that they have. But at the same time, like, it would be really tough for me to trade Giannis and think that we have a better chance to compete in the next 7 years than if we just keep him.
And you got to.
We had this conversation last time. It's like trading off of Giannis is a full, like, especially the Bucks team that they have right now. We're so far away. Like, we're more than 5 years away.
You can't get fleeced either. That's why I think another perspective people don't realize is, like, they must have not liked any of those deals. Because if a deal came around where it was, you know, maybe they value him, there's no valuing Giannis too high. Maybe they're just looking at Mikal Bridges and Desmond Bane and they're like 4 and 5 first round picks. We better get 8. And that's just not realistic. Maybe that's how they're approaching it. But then again, like, all the teams that were in the race, I didn't see any prospects from any of those teams, picks-wise or even, you know, players-wise, that could equate to Giannis, even in the long term. That's why the Magic were a little interesting for a little while, because if they somehow wanted to move off Paulo Banchero, that's interesting. I'm sorry, Jaime Jaquez, Jacachones, and 3 first-round picks and Hero isn't interesting. It just isn't.
Dude, even if I'm the Bucks, like, I don't even think Cat, Mikal, and a bunch of firsts is interesting either.
Yeah, no, because both of those guys are gonna, you know, they're getting old. They're not getting old, but they're not in a position to play for a losing team. Those are guys that you want on championship rosters.
Yeah, and I guess at the same time, me saying, like, they need to trade, I agree though. It's like, you don't just trade him just because you've come to the idea or come to the decision that you want to trade him. Like, he's Giannis. You can still hold on to him. So, yeah.
No, I completely agree. Chooch, all your things. Also, too, Chooch, you said something that everyone knows how good Darius Garland is. I guess the Cavs don't. That's the thing. They must have not valued him.
Or is it like the window that they're in? Like they don't have time to wait on him. I think that's what it is.
No, that's true. But I mean, if they thought he was really in their future plans, like if they thought he was that guy, that point guard, I don't think they would have moved him. So they probably do think he's very talented, but I don't think they valued him as much, especially with the injuries.
But to Chooch's point, it's like they've won over 60 games in a season. They've been in the playoffs 3 to 4 past years, and they've gone nowhere. At a certain point, you can't just keep sitting on it and hoping it happens. You got to make a move. And what was the other piece that was going to be dealt out there to bring in a piece significant enough to make something happen?
No, I mean, I agree. I'm just saying that the Cavs, this is something the Cavs, I guess the Cavs didn't give up on him, but I mean, if I was Garland, I'd feel some type of way.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
They did. I mean, they don't trust his availability, maybe his ability to perform as well. Like clearly, that's the only reason that they would make the move. In my opinion. Like I already gave my whole rundown, but I think it's a travesty if they don't make the finals. Like I have confidence in Garland that he's going to be an all-star level player again. I would bet on him being healthy before I bet on James Harden in the playoffs. I said that last episode, but
it's a bar. Not a bar I would sing, but it's a bar. It's very right. All right. We talked about that. Talked about guys on notice. Do you guys want to do our trivia? Should we do our trivia now?
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna do Cade versus Chooch. What NBA players have the most 30-point games since 2020? Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the top 15. Cade and Chooch are both gonna guess players who have the most 30-point games since 2020. Whoever gets more right on that top 15 list, they win.
Okay.
I'm ready to compete.
I mean, Cade, I can't even see your face right now, so you're good now. You're just very blurry for me, so I don't know if you stopped moving or whatever.
Sorry.
Okay, who wants to go first? You guys could flip it. Do you want me to flip a coin? Oh, wait,
Cade gets first roll. It's his idea. He came up with this gorgeous game plan.
Let me hypothetically flip a coin in my head real quick, and then both of you guess. So I flipped a coin. All right, I got mine. Chooch, call it.
Well, I was supposed to call it. He's supposed to call it in the air.
It's still in the air in my head.
Heads.
Nope, it was tails. All right, so
perfect.
Cade, you get the first stab at it. You could also defer. I mean, I don't really see a point in that, but
there's no point in that. We were just talking about him. I'll go Giannis.
Giannis is the first player on the list. Oh, I should probably have how many games they have. Let me get this up just for a little tidbit. Chooch, keep thinking. Take your time, Daddy. Most 30-point games since 2020 NBA. All right, and Giannis has, it says here, since 2019-2020, Giannis Antetokounmpo has the most games with 30-plus points with 233. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Okay, so Chooch, you're next up. 1-0 Cade.
Can you show me Joel Embiid?
Joel Embiid is fourth on the list, and he has 167.
6'7".
Dude, you did the thing earlier. Me and Cade were laughing at it because you said 6 to 8 quarterbacks.
I did that on purpose. I did that on purpose.
I know, because it takes away from your whole point. You can't help it.
I know.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. All right, so it is 1-1. Two pretty layups. Those guys are layups.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's still a lot of obvious ones on the board.
Luka is number 2, and he has 228, so he's 5 behind Giannis.
Damn,
that's a lot of 30-point games, man.
Yeah, it is.
Chooch you up.
Can you show me Stephen Curry?
Stephen Curry is number 9 on the list with 150.
Damn, really? I thought he'd be higher than that.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising.
He's a small guard.
I have one in my mind right now, and I think if this were to be like the last 3 years, he'd be number one. But he does miss some games, and that's a large time frame for him. So I'm just gonna go with my other pick, who's also missed games, but Lillard, Dame.
Damian Lillard is number 11 on the list
Ooh, that's scary.
with 138. That's a good get. That's a good shout.
I'm going to go with a guy that really doesn't miss a lot of time. Can you show me Nikola Jokic, please?
Nikola Jokic is number 10 with 149. So you're getting the lower guys out of the way. A little bit here.
How many strikes do we have?
No strikes. Didn't you say you just want to do whoever gets more? Like if you get it wrong, then because if you get three, what you want to do 3 strikes?
No, I guess that's true.
Just whoever gets, if you get one wrong, you lose a turn, which could prove fatal.
Yeah, it's true. Tatum.
Yep, Tatum is number 5, and he has 161. Yeah, this is where I thought it was going to kind of flow. You guys are kind of in flow state right now. But it gets tough.
Yeah, I'm starting to already second guess myself a little bit.
Because you got to think back to,
Another guy that I feel like plays a lot of games. I'm going to go Devin Booker.
Devin Booker is number 6 on the list with 161, so technically tied with Tatum.
He's honestly higher than I thought.
He's always playing when they're beating the shit out of guys.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if this includes playoffs or not. I don't know if that's lame or not, but, he did have a finals run if it does.
Trying to get my years. I'm gonna go Durant.
Kevin Durant, number 13 on the list, and he has 129.
Because he missed, a whole year, I guess, of this? Or a year and a half. Did he miss 2 years off that Achilles? Or just the one?
I think a year and a couple.
I think a year and change.
So that's probably why he's so...
He's also washed. Little Wells, Kevin Durant hate.
I'm going to go James Harden.
Yeah.
James Harden is not on the list.
Damn.
Wow.
Yikes.
I honestly kind of felt more comfortable going Harden than Durant.
Harden is 21st with 97. That's
Wow.
what this is off StatMuse. So
I believe it. No, I mean it makes sense.
all his MVP and everything that was, late
Played
20.
with the Nets and he wasn't really scoring a lot for a little bit.
That's a big
Sixers,
miss.
he was playing ball handler role more so. Makes sense.
Cade is
see the
back
vision.
up with the chance to take the lead. Well, he already has the lead to extend the lead.
Yes, he does.
I have it written down, so even if you guys forget.
I have answers, but I'm just trying to run through to see if there's
Oh. That was dumb.
Is this jumping on the grenade to say LeBron?
No, it
I
isn't.
don't think
LeBron
so. He's
James,
got to be on
number 12.
Okay.
there. Yeah.
Yep.
Can you show me Donovan Mitchell?
Donovan Mitchell is number 7.
It's a good one.
Yeah. That makes
It's a
sense.
good one.
Man, that one really killed me.
So you have 4 left on this list. Do you want to know where they rank?
Sure. Are we still missing like 3?
Yeah, you can do
You're
that.
missing 3, 8, 14, and 15.
3.
3 is a wild one.
I'll give you some
3, 8.
3, 8, 14, 15.
I don't know where the timeline lays with like him in the early part of these years, but is Shea there?
Shea is number 3.
Yeah.
He has 212.
He was not that. I was not expecting to be that high, but
Chooch, you need to get 15, so you need to go on. You need to get one right, and then you need Cade to get one wrong.
Yeah, I know.
It's big time. So we have 8, 14, and 15.
Man.
So when it gets to the nitty gritty.
Yeah. Yeah, it really does. Man. Who would be 8?
And then if you guys want, eventually, I could give hints. If you both agree to it or whatever, I could try to come up with some non-revealing hints.
How many was there for like the lowest person that we named? Could I get a game count for that?
111 for number 15.
God, that's a lot.
111 30-point games.
Oh, man.
I could give conference for one of them.
I have like a crazy, crazy guess, but it's just, I don't know if I'm in a position to do that. But at the same time, if I get this player, that would probably help. But I don't think he's played enough in the last 2 years. He hasn't played like at all. I wanted to say Ja, but that's not. It can't be him. I'm going to say Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal is not on the list.
Fuck my life.
Bradley Beal is 22nd with 91, right behind Harden. Not a bad shout.
I mean, I'm just gonna go with this one. I don't know if he's played enough though. AD.
I didn't feel
AD
comfortable with this.
is not on the list.
Yeah.
He is number 19 with 100.
Wow. So 11 off.
I mean, this guy's missed time, but I'm going to say Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard is not on the list, and he is not in the top 25.
Man. It's getting grim.
This one is more so just because I feel like he dominated, like the early 2020s, but I don't know if he's a 30-point guy. Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler is not on the list. He's not in the top 25.
Yeah.
I mean, like, part of me wants to say a homer pick, but, like, I just don't know if he's played enough. He has. He's been around. I don't know if he had the keys for long enough. I'm trying to think of guys that were on bad teams. Like, Bradley Beal felt like a good guess to me. Is Trae Young on here?
I was just thinking about him.
Trae Young is number 8.
Yeah.
What a pull. Trae Young has 157 30-point games.
What numbers do we need now?
14 and 15.
Oh, that's it.
Which makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. This one, if you guys need hints, not that, I mean, you obviously know 30-point. You know these guys, but if you do need hints, I could give you both the hint right now. That would just be a general hint. If you want it, just let me know.
Not this time around, at least. Maybe next round. You
Okay.
agree with that, Chooch?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah, man. There's just so many guys that have been hurt, but I think I'm gonna go Paul George.
Paul George is not on the list. He's not on the top 25 either.
George hasn't had. That's great.
I'm really just running out of guys, so I'm going to do the homer thing. Anthony Edwards, maybe.
Anthony Edwards is number
Really?
14 on the
great.
list.
Wow. He was on my board for the longest time. I just didn't think he was there.
I didn't
107.
think he'd have the time for that.
So now, wait, this is the best case scenario. It is 7-7.
Yeah.
You both need to get number 15. This is where the true ball knowers come out.
I'm just running out of guys, dude. I don't even have guys on my radar.
Dude, Ant's kind of making me refocus my thoughts here.
I have a pick in mind. Don't feel good about it, but
I'm gonna say this one just because I'm fine with dying on my guy, but I'm gonna go Brunson.
Brunson
I bet
is
he's
not
close.
here. He's number 20 with 98.
Damn. So if he had like another year in him, he probably would have been there.
I'm gonna go De'Aaron Fox.
He was on my list.
Bad team.
De'Aaron Fox.
Just empty numbers.
Is not in the top 15. He is number 18 with 102.
Not bad.
Wow. I have another guy, but I just don't think he can be there with not being a number one.
I'm probably gonna say who you're thinking about if you don't say him, honestly. So you'll get a read because I think I know who you're thinking about. Mavs tweaking.
Bruh. That's a bruh moment.
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown is not on the list. He is number 16 with 108.
Oh my God!
That was who I was gonna say.
Wow.
So now
You know,
I
if you said that in 2 weeks, he'd probably be.
I mean, we got to be close to getting like the top 25.
Yeah, at this point, probably. I think you're missing 4 or 5 names from the top 25.
I like the Bradley Beal mindset, like the Trae Young mindset, like bad teams. Like I'm trying to think. Like, I really want to say Maxey, but I don't think he's had enough time. But he's a walking 30. This can't be Kyrie. Kyrie.
Kyrie is number 23 with 85. Not a bad guess at all, young one.
Not a good one.
No, not particularly. Cade, how many names you got written down on that?
I might have just went light bulb.
Who did Chooch just say?
I said Kyrie.
Kyrie. How many names do I got? I have 4 written down as of right now. I'm gonna go. Wow. This one guy just popped in my mind, but there's no way. I don't know, like Julius Randle.
Julius Randle is number 24 with 82. So you guys are knocking out the top 25.
I think I'm saying Zach LaVine.
Chooch.
Wow.
For the
Bad
win.
team.
Zach
Bad team
LaVine.
merchant.
Wow.
Bad team merchant.
Zach LaVine, 111 games with 30-plus points since 2020. Chooch is our winner, 8-7.
Wow.
What a matchup.
Good pull,
What a
Chooch.
game.
That was a great game.
When you said, no kidding, when you said light bulb moment, I don't know why, but I was like, he knows it. Like,
Yeah.
not to be like I knew.
I
but
mean, I was sitting here thinking about the bad team players and that he's the bad team player.
yeah, I was going to. So when it came down to Ant and Zach, I was going to just say Western Conference. And then I was going to start saying, I couldn't really say colleges because if I said Georgia, like what?
I can't believe Edwards made it. That's insane.
He's just
Yeah, that
insane.
was surprising.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Was Maxey close? Did I say him?
Maxie, you didn't say him. He was 25 at 81.
It's pretty good.
Was Westbrook hanging around still or no?
No. So here, the ones you guys didn't get, DeMar DeRozan, 17, 104. Bradley Beal. You guys said every other name. Funny enough.
That's
Jaylen
impressive.
Brown, DeMar. That is, you guys were dancing all around it. You guys didn't say anything egregious, too, because there was only like 2 guesses off the list. That was good. That was actually perfect. That's going to make a great TikTok. Go follow us on TikTok and short form
That's a great
Instagram.
idea, kid.
Good job, Cade. We'll do more of those. We could do those. You could do those with literally any stat
Yeah.
or anything. So for the last segment of the night, Valentine's Day, we're all trying to get cozied up. We're going to be doing. All right, let me read it. We're going to be doing a romantic. Oh my God. We're going to be doing a rom-com movies draft. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
This was Chooch's idea, right? Good pull. I'm excited for this one because if you know me, you know I love rom-coms. I wouldn't say they're the best genre of movie objectively, but they're definitely my favorite genre.
If the viewer knows me, I'm not a rom-com guy at all, but it's in season. I've seen a couple in my life, and I hope I get the opportunity to draft them.
All right, how do we
More
want to
the,
determine this? Because
The order?
A snake. Yeah, we'll do a snake.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, Chooch, you did just win the competition. I know I didn't really have a chance, but I don't really care because my bag is deep enough. So I want you to be able to get one of your guys. You just won the competition. I think it's fair that you get a pick. If Cade agrees with that.
Wells, you pick your position after that since you weren't in the draft last time. Or in that last game.
Okay. All right, that's fair. So I don't know where I'd want to go. I'll go 3 because I know who Cade is taking at 2. And I know who Cade is taking, so.
What if I take it?
You're not going to.
Okay, word up.
Sorry. All right, Chooch, first overall rom-com movie draft.
When Harry Met Sally, the GOAT.
It's a great
Undisputed. My favorite rom-com ever. Not that I've watched like a ton of them, but one of my favorite movies in general ever.
one. It's a great one.
Never
So
seen
heartwarming.
that one. Isn't that kind of
Really?
You
That
need to
kinda
go
crazy.
see that, man. It's
Yeah.
it's yearning. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah, it is. That's yearning at its peak.
Okay, I'm gonna text Chooch separately real quick just to see if I sniped this from Cade.
Am I up?
Yeah, you're up. Just
Okay.
because I know what you're gonna take, so then I could just.
I mean, you probably have it because I am super vocal about this movie. It's like
Wait,
not just rom-com. It's one of my favorite movies in general.
All right, I texted Chooch, so you're good.
It's Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I knew
Correct,
that.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
just
no.
it's hilarious. There's a twist in it. There's great actors. Love Ryan Gosling. Love Steve Carell. Great movie.
You know how I feel about that movie. Not that I dislike it, but I told you once we had a blowing up about it.
Yeah, we didn't.
All right, so I'm on the snake. I love the position I'm in. The first rom-com I'm going to take is 10 Things I Hate About You. Heath Ledger. Two love stories that are perfect. I think it's really cool. I also think I'm not going to deep dive into rom-coms. I'm going to get flamed. But I really think it's cool how it really adopts that. They just move on from stuff. I don't know. So many movies kind of drag out like, oh, the high school boyfriend says something or does something bad, and then for 45 minutes they're mad about it. In this movie, like he goes and gets her like a guitar or something, and then she's cool with it. And that embodies how like high school is. So I really did like that. Just like you don't really look at things too deep.
Also, my boy Joseph Gordon-Levitt was just trying to get some. That girl totally disrespected him multiple times, and he still was just like, I'm just trying to hit.
He learned French for her.
He learned French for her, yeah.
Yeah, he learned French for her. That they actually, and that's a hot take. I like their storyline more than I like Heath Ledger's. And
No, that's garbage.
Dude, they're broken up. They're breaking up that summer.
no, I know, but just I love it. Well, maybe because
that
I
was
just,
in heavy contention for number one pick for me. But I haven't spent as
Nah.
much time with it.
I like their storyline a little more. Next up, this is actually tough. That was going to be my first pick, no matter what. Next up, see, I'm trying to. I might be looking for some like value picks just because there's going to be some homers I pick on here, but I guess next up I'll go. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Matthew McConaughey. The Knicks are in it. They go to a Knicks game. It's just awesome. That movie's awesome. Takes her to see the family. I love that movie.
Yeah,
Haven't
good
seen.
movie.
You should check that out. That's actually just a good movie, I think.
Good movie, and it's a great pander pick, Wells, because while it is like a good movie, like the girls love that movie even more.
Yeah.
It's a great pander pick.
I want any girl seeing this to hit my line. All right, no, not any. All right, go.
All right, I have a bunch here. Like Crazy Stupid Love was 1-1 for me, and then there was like a drop off. I think I can get some of these others ones down the board. I'm gonna go 13 going on 30.
Bro.
Is that on your board?
So good.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I should have
Oh,
taken
I thought, dude, you hit the cowtails, bro. I thought you were about to start shitting on it.
No.
I'm excited.
I should have taken that one. Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Jennifer Garner. And it's
Jennifer
fun,
Garner.
dude. That is a fun movie.
That is so fun.
Yeah.
Shoot, you need to check out that one too.
Which one's that?
13 going on 30.
Okay.
Sorry, not
It's
to
a fun.
take. I'm
It's
just
a fun one, and it's like not too serious. It's lighthearted.
arrivederci.
Feel
Must
good
be
about
good.
that.
Wells is beat up about it.
I should have. That was that was one of the movies. It was on it was on my mind. I didn't put it on my list because I just like quickly put everything down. That was the one movie I think I told that to Chooch that I was like, oh, I can't remember this one movie I wanted. That would have been number 2 for me easily. Great pick.
So Wells took 10 Things I Hate About You, which was number 2 on my board. So now I'm down to, I have 5 more available picks, 2 of which I haven't seen. One of them I've seen through like TikTok pretty much. I also don't know if it's a rom-com. When I Googled it, this came up as a rom-com. I'll take it. I don't think it's very funny, but The Perks of Being a Wallflower, I'm going to take here. I don't think that's a rom-com, but Google's calling it one, so...
No, I mean, I'll allow it. Like, it's cool, but yeah, no, I know what you mean. I don't think it's a rom-com, but I could see how people could sort of interpret it, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, like it's not a happy ending. Like
the end scene is him breaking down over. I mean, I don't want to talk about it, but yeah.
I feel like it's more like coming of age.
It definitely is. So it's a cheap pick, but I want to pick some movies I've seen, so we're picking that
I mean,
one.
I like it. I like the shot.
And
it's a great
then
movie.
Next pick is definitely not on draft boards, I would say. Like, I don't think it's seen as that great of a movie, but Silver Linings Playbook is one of the rom-coms I've seen, and I really enjoyed it. So we're going to take that there.
That's on my list.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
It's a great movie. Bradley Cooper. It's weird. It's a weird movie, I will say that.
It's kind of like dark at points.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's not like the most funny rom-com. Like, it's very serious at times, I guess, but
it's a rom-com.
Did that win Best Picture, or did Jennifer Lawrence just win Best Actress?
I think she just won Best Actress.
Yeah, that's
a good. I think that's a good pick.
Me too. That was on my board.
Sweet.
Coming back to me, pick 3. I think I'm gonna go. I don't know. Let me know if you guys have ever seen this one, Just Friends, with Ryan Reynolds.
I haven't.
Oh yeah.
And Anna Faris, and I think that movie's hilarious. I would watch it like on my DVD player in the car. Don't ask me why, because it definitely wasn't appropriate. But funny movie, good rom-com.
His fat suit is hilarious in that.
Yeah,
It's
good
so
fat suit in it.
Chooch, I don't even know.
Heartfelt, funny, best of both worlds. Yeah.
That's Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Dog, what?
And he looks like that in the movie.
Yeah, he's in that for a little bit, and then that's honestly, the more I reminisce, I love that pick even more. They're playing hockey, and he gets the puck in his teeth. Dusty's a douchebag. Yeah, that's a good pick.
It is a good pick. My next one, well, I have 2 here, so I'm gonna kind of take some favorites. This one's very hit or miss with people. I'm gonna go Love Actually. I think it's a great movie. It's the Christmas movie where it bounces around to like 12 different people. Rick from The Walking Dead's in it, Andrew Lincoln. He's the one that has the signs up and goes like, I think you're perfect or whatever. The old man makes the song when he's drunk. I think that one's just a great movie. A lot of storylines going on. Personal favorite of mine. And then next up, I'm going to take No Strings Attached. It's with Natalie Portman, Ashton Kutcher. It is actually probably my favorite rom-com ever. Just a great movie. Heartfelt. It's the one where it's the meme on TikTok where she goes, why don't you go with someone who like loves you? Or I don't know how it goes.
Yeah, wait, is that the one where Natalie Portman's like the worst woman ever?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. That's pretty much what it is. And it's like, you guys would know the TikTok sound. I don't know how to say it though. She's like, why don't you go find someone who loves you? Or like something like that. But it's very popular on TikTok and they make sports edits with it. So that is my 2 picks.
All right. Back to me. Still got a lot here on the board. I don't know if you guys ever seen this one, but it is a fun movie. Ooh. No, yeah. Have you ever seen It's Complicated? Alec Baldwin's in it. Diane Keaton, who just passed away, is in it.
I didn't. I couldn't get
Steve
through
Martin.
that.
What?
Yeah, I couldn't get through that one.
Really, dude, I really like that movie. John Krasinski's in it, and it's like just, I don't know, it's like really personable because he's like the son-in-law, but he's like talking to like the mom as like giving her advice and stuff because she's like getting back with her ex-husband, and like the kids want them back. That's a good movie.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't think I think I got like 25 minutes in. I think I was busy or something, but I'll have to revisit.
That one's worth a rewatch, I would say.
So these are my closing two, right?
Yep.
I will go with The 40-Year-Old Virgin. One of the ones I've seen. Not a lot of depth, but just completely unserious movie. I think it's hilarious.
No, that's a good movie.
And then I'm out of ones that I've watched. So one that I've watched in pieces and see on my TikTok is 500 Days of Summer, which I don't think is also that funny. Like, I think it's like two movies in one, I'm pretty sure. Like, the second half is... Like, I think the first half's kind of like rom-com-ish, but I think the second half is just horrifying.
Yeah.
I've never seen any of the second half. I get the TikTok clips, and they're pretty horrifying, but...
It's... Look, I'll say this. It is devastating, but also overrated movie.
I agree.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think it's pretty overrated. I remember seeing those clips like, oh, you like the Smiths or whatever. Like, I was like, dude, this is going to be great. And it just wasn't for me.
Who does he meet at the end? Autumn or something?
He meets Autumn and she's bad. I forget who it is.
Yeah, dude, Autumn.
That's corny as hell.
Minka Kelly.
Minka Kelly. Yeah.
Clear
Is
summer.
it bad that I'm saying that's corny? Like, do I not just get it? Or, like, you went from a girl named Summer to a girl named Autumn?
It was cool.
I think it's like, so it knows it's corny.
Okay.
Like,
it's cool, though. It's cool when it happens.
Yeah, it's like he's finally like over it. It's like literally the end of the movie, and he's like, oh, what's your name? She's like Autumn, and he like basically like looks at the camera. And
Also, too, she was so lame because, or Chooch, you're gonna watch, right? You're gonna eventually watch that.
Yeah, I would imagine that one will get watched at some point.
All right, so just know it's devastating. I'm not gonna spoil anything,
Yeah,
but at the end, yeah, he does like look at the camera.
There's still a lot here that I like, but this is a new one that I just saw a couple months ago, and I actually really liked it. And it wasn't like hilarious, but it was funny. I think it was charming enough, and I think it was a really neat idea. Eternity, that one with Miles Teller and
Dude,
Elizabeth
I've
Olsen.
seen the clips.
I want to see that so bad. I haven't seen. I don't know where it's streaming.
I saw it in theaters. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a really cool idea. I liked all the actors and actresses. Thought it was cute. Really cute movie. So I'll wrap it up with one that's super recent. I'll go with that.
That's a great pick because just from what I've seen of it, I just know I'd love it, and I love Miles Teller. I think he's awesome.
I heard it was good.
Yeah, it's
also,
really good.
I don't know if this is on Wells's board. I want to watch The Materialist. I heard that was good.
I heard it was really bad.
Oh yeah.
Is that the one with Pedro Pascal and Chris Evans?
and
I heard it was
Chris
terrible.
Evans. Okay,
But I
good
could
to
be
know.
wrong.
Good to know.
So I'm the last pick. I'm gonna go. There's 3 movies I want to shout out that are left on my board. First of all, The Proposal, Ryan Reynolds, Sandra Bullock.
That was on my board. Yeah.
Such a good movie. She's a little too cynical in the beginning for my liking. It's like I don't root for her at all. So that's leaving it off. The Holiday, Jack Black, Kate Winslet, great movie. 2 love stories. Set It Up would be my next. Like Set It Up with Glenn Powell before he was Glenn Powell. Great movie about 2 bosses. They try to set them up and then they end up getting set up. They're the interns. My last pick is going to be Definitely Maybe. Another Ryan Reynolds. It's a story about, he's telling his daughter the story of kind of how he met his mother, but then also just his life story, everything that led up to it. And then there's 3 different love stories, and you kind of have to guess who the mom is throughout the entire movie. It's pretty, I would recommend that to anyone who's into rom-coms.
I started that the other day but fell asleep, but I am interested in that movie. It seemed like a cool idea.
It's good. He's like, he just does a bunch of, it's like him living his life, but like there's those little romantic encounters.
Yeah.
And you have to sit there and guess who the mom is. All right, enough there now. That was good. That was fun. That's perfect for Valentine's Day.
Can I run through the 3 that I had left on my board?
Of course.
The Breakup with Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston.
That's a great movie. That should have been on my board.
I love how Wells is so passionate about this shit, dude.
I've seen like every single one, dude.
That's on there just because Vince Vaughn's like my favorite actor ever, and that movie's hilarious. He has some great lines in it. Just Go With It. Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston. I don't know if you. It's like the one where he's like the dentist and whatever.
Yep.
Have you ever seen Couples Retreat?
Yes. Is that
a rom-com or is that just a comedy?
Shoot, you watched that. Remember?
Yeah,
when
that
you
was
watched...
at Gina's, right?
Yeah.
Is that just a blatant comedy?
No, that's the they come back together. That's a rom-com.
Felt like more of a comedy. It wasn't really focused on the like, it's not like lovey. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's
how
true.
I felt.
Yeah.
And then When in Rome with Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard.
No, I'm not.
It's like I forget and Josh, or maybe it's Josh Duhamel, but they're like I forget the premise exactly. I saw it a while ago and I remember I liked it. But it's like she's trying to figure out like who the guy was that she met. So
interesting.
Yeah.
Only other mention I could give is a dishonorable mention. Wells made me watch when we were living together The Vow, and I don't even remember what happens in it. So,
I don't want to watch any Nicholas
Sparks
movie ever. I think that's a Nicholas Sparks movie.
No, The Vow was good. You're bugging.
I'm not a fan of that one.
With Rachel McAdams and Channing Tatum. The Vow was good. When she gets in the car accident, she forgets everything. That's a good movie, man. That's a great plot. That's an interesting plot.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess that is far out. Yeah, I guess that is a little. I didn't even think about that. That never happened.
You know what I mean? It's a little.
That shit does not happen in real life. Well, you're right. Wow, you might have just ruined. It wasn't even on my list, so whatever. But that is. Fuck. Sorry, I don't curse. All right. Well, my computer's at 5%. Per usual, that's how we end every episode.
Yeah, weekly.
This was good though. This was good. We talked about a bunch. I'm glad we can mix in a little bit not sports. I think we should do that more. Whether it be music, entertainment, I'm fully down for that. Any lasting remarks? Season 2.
I usually give a quip at the end of these, but I haven't been thinking about it. So.
Yeah, I don't got anything.
I think we're just too deep in winter. Like, I'm just depressed.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's time for
shit,
like I'm done with all these cute, funny quotes. Maybe in spring I'll say a couple things. All right, well, season 2, it's upon you.
Get amped up.
All right, we'll be talking to you boys. Peace out, and girls, whoever's listening.
Take care.